Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video and would like to receive notifications of my future video postings, please subscribe. The goal of my YouTube channel is to make home cooking simple, practical, and efficient in such a way that home cooking is sustainable. I use the cooking system that I have developed, which I call it the FAST cooking system. FAST is the acronym of the 4 attributes of this cooking system, and it stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. In order to make home cooking fun and sustainable, you must enjoy the food that you cook. And flavor chasing is how you find the flavor that you love. There are many different ways to create the flavor that you love. And one simple way is to use a different type of sauces. One of the sauces that I always have and use regularly is a sauce known as Hoisin sauce. Many of the students are familiar with Hoisin sauce because it has become very popular in this country. In fact, you can buy Hoisin sauce in the international food sections at Walmart. And one of the most frequent questions that asked me in my cooking class is that why is it called Hoisin sauce? Even though I have taste and use Hoisin sauce for a long time, I never really think of the idea of why it is called Hoisin sauce. The word Hoisin composed of 2 Chinese characters. The first character Hoi means sea, and the second character Sin actually means fresh. And the term Hoisin is the Chinese word for seafood. So if I translate Hoisin sauce into English, it means that it is a seafood sauce. In fact, the name Hoisin sauce has always been a puzzlement to me because this sauce never used with seafood, and it also contains no seafood in it. So the question is that why is it called Hoisin sauce? Hoisin sauce is developed in southern part of China, and the pronunciation Hoisin is the Cantonese pronunciation. Now, if you go up north and use Mandarin pronunciation, it actually pronounced as Haixian. My first taste of Hoisin sauce was when I was a young child. I have somebody who I admire a great deal, and her name is Jay, and she used to make a noodle for me that she would put scrambled egg and together with green scallion, and then she would mix it with Hoisin sauce. So today, every time when I eat Hoisin sauce, that memory comes back to me. So in this case, you can consider Hoisin sauce is almost like a dipping sauce. The other time when I will experience Hoisin sauce is basically it's like a breakfast that you purchase at a street vendor, which is a rice noodle, and they will mix it with Hoisin sauce as a garnish. Now today, for anybody who are familiar with Chinese food, they will identify Hoisin sauce with a famous Chinese dish known as Peking duck. Peking duck is synonymous with Hoisin sauce because you will not eat Peking duck without Hoisin sauce. Peking duck is basically a duck roasted in the oven. When the duck is served on the table, the server will carve off the skin of the duck. The duck then will be served on a flour shell and together with scallion and cucumber. But one of the most important ingredients to go in is Hoisin sauce. For whatever reason, Hoisin sauce goes extremely well with Peking duck. You probably have the question is that, so what are they going to do with the meat of the duck? Don't worry, it will not be wasted because in all Peking duck dinner, the meat will be then stir fried with vegetable to provide an extra dish. In addition to the meat dish, the carcass of the Peking duck will be used to make into a soup. Therefore, nothing will go to waste. You will get the entire duck in what you have paid for. Another interesting experience that I have with Hoisin sauce is in the Kentucky Fried Chicken in Shanghai. The Shanghai Kentucky chicken serve a wrap with popcorn chicken, and the original the serving is that it will go with some salsa and some tomatoes. In many ways, it would be like a Mexican wrap. The Shanghai Kentucky chicken has another version, and this version is that instead of using salsa, they put in the Hoisin sauce. And instead of tomato, they put in scallion and cucumber. This was extremely popular with the local populations because it almost tastes like Peking duck. The Hoisin sauce go extremely well with the popcorn chicken. In the United States, Hoisin sauce was popular by a dish known as mushu pork. Mushu pork is a dish originated from northern part of China. It contains pork tenderloins, scrambled eggs, and different kinds of mushroom. Then the content of the dish will be wrapped in a soft shell flour, and then it will be topped with Hoisin sauce. For those of you who have never had tasted Hoisin sauce before, let me briefly describe its flavor to you. It is a relatively sweet sauce, and it has a soy sauce taste. In addition to that, the sauce contains a sweet and fruity flavor. So basically, the Hoisin sauce is a derivation of soy sauce, and it then added with other ingredients to it. And the other ingredients depend very much on the location and origin of the sauce. So here comes my puzzlement with Hoisin sauce. With all the things that I have eaten with Hoisin sauce, I have never seen Hoisin sauce used with seafood. Furthermore, since there are no seafood ingredients that is used in making this sauce, so why is it called Hoisin sauce or seafood sauce? So I did some search on the internet and tried to figure out, does anybody have an explanation why the naming of this sauce is Hoisin sauce? I think the answer on the Wikipedia page sums it all up. It basically said the origin of the naming of this sauce is unknown. So I wrote to my friend who is a social anthropologist, and her expertise is in food anthropology. And I will call her Sonia for the purpose of this video. Sonia wrote back to me and said that she actually has thought about this quite a bit. She believed that the origin naming of the Hoisin sauce is because it actually is used as a dipping sauce for Hoisin, which is the Chinese name for seafood. She said she has a theory of the naming of this sauce because she said that during the late 18th century, there are certain type of seafood probably is popular in southern part of China. And she speculated that this kind of seafood maybe is some type of clams. And the way how they cook it is that they fry it. The local population then develop a sauce to go with this seafood. She said based on the seasoning of this sauce, she can tell this sauce must be first and foremost used as a dipping sauce. And she said this dipping sauce is probably then used for using other type of food. A particular case in the case of fried food. She said then this sauce probably spread to other part of China where they do not use it for seafood at all. However, the name Hoisin sauce or seafood sauce got stuck with this particular sauce. She told me that that is just her speculation. She does not have any solid proof that this actually is the original of the sauce. I actually like her theory, and I think it makes a lot of sense because I discovered that actually Hoisin sauce go very well with fried chicken. I now start to use the Hoisin sauce as a dipping sauce for fried chicken wings. So okay, now go back to how do I use Hoisin sauce in my cooking? I must admit that I do not use Hoisin sauce that much. When I do use it, I use almost like a sugar substitute. The main use for me for Hoisin sauce is to make teriyaki chicken. So in this case, if I want sweetness in the chicken, I add Hoisin sauce instead of adding sugar. Because Hoisin sauce has a dark color, I also sometimes use it as a coloring agent. The other time I will use Hoisin sauce is that when we have a dinner with tacos. So instead of using guacamole or salsa, I will use Hoisin sauce to put into my wrap. So if you never had taste Hoisin sauce before, I would recommend you to go to Walmart and get a bottle and give it a try. It will be a valuable sauce to have in your sauce repertoire because it will give you the option in your flavor chasing. Hoisin sauce will be just another tool in your seasoning toolbox. In future videos, I will continue to provide you with information and tidbits of different type of food ingredients that I use in my cooking. If you'd like to receive notifications of my future video postings, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy this video, please click the like icon below, because this will help me to reach a broader audience. See you next time.